Okay. Okay, Akshay. Sorry for I'm 3 minutes late. Actually, I was running late for my earlier meeting. Sorry for that. So let's start with a brief, uh, uh, basically update about your last project or current project that you are working, and what is your total experience, so
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
can.
Sure. So I do have overall 8 years of experience, and out of this, around 6.5 years now into the Tableau dashboard development. So
Okay.
I have been developed the around 15 plus Tableau dashboards from the scratch, like developing the SQL script, validating the data with the stakeholders, and do some data quality checks,
Okay.
and do some experiments in the dev environment with the Tableau, and then finally deploy that to the production environment. So like when I was into Gensar, I had worked with the sales team and the business team, and it was totally sales data that I had dealt with, and I had developed the SQL views into the Oracle database, and implemented the Tableau extracts for those views in order to generate the Tableau dashboard at the front side. So the dashboard was all about the inventory management of the end customer, where they can track their all the purchase right from the from 10 years to the current year, and check the statistics of their overall purchase, like how many licenses had purchased, how many of them are in use or deployed, and how many still are pending into the warehouse basically. So based on that statistic, the sales team used to propose a new order to the customer so that they can extend their subscription and get a good hold on their end customer. So that was the
Okay.
basic intention behind creating the Tableau dashboard, and so that now client team or account manager basically easily share that dashboard with the account manager of the respective client, and they can finalize the deal based on the statistics they have. So in the entire process, like I had also worked on optimizing the existing Tableau dashboards what they had, and uh, updating the backend SQL script with the relevant fields, and tuning the dashboard basically. So that work I have done at my current workplace. The client have more than 50 Tableau dashboards, and it all they have the two platforms of the backend data, like they have on-prem also and the cloud also. So I had work on migration activity also, like from switching the data like Tableau servers, like Tableau dashboards from the server to the cloud platform, and creating some ETL pipelines for the client, like into the Alteryx workflow, developing the data workflow for the client, and create the extract at the Tableau server side. And also worked on developing Apache NiFi pipeline for the stream data. So I had performed some transformation within the pipeline. Basically, I got the data in the JSON format, and I wanted to create a data frame out of it and insert that as a table record into the MS SQL environment. So I
Okay.
developed the trigger also, where it sends the data to the MS SQL environment, and once the trigger happen, it automatically identifies the column and the values for column, and update the SQL table accordingly. So it was a live connection I have created from SSMS to the Tableau, and created the front end Tableau dashboard for them. The overall size was low, so it was very you know smooth transition from uh, NiFi to the Tableau. Yeah. So yeah, this is what in nutshell I
Okay.
have done.
Okay. Right now, where are you located?
Uh, I lost your voice.
Am I audible right now?
Yeah, but your video is, yeah, now it's clear.
Okay. So which company you are in right now?
I am into.
Um, okay. So have you used Tableau Prep in all of this?
I didn't get chance in my current or live project. but I have done some
Do you
theoretical
know
study.
what is Tableau Prep and how it is getting used?
Yeah, yeah. So Tableau Prep is basically additional functionality that Tableau had introduced to perform ETL stuff, like ETL operation on the data. Uh, for
Mhm.
example, like my current client is using Alteryx workflow to do some transformation within the data. So if the Tableau have the same functionality as a Tableau Prep, we can bring the data directly from server to Tableau Prep and do some ETL transformation like pivoting or grouping the data or adding multiple tables within it and creating a final data set which is ready to develop front-end Tableau dashboard. So that kind of operations has now included into the prep now. So with reference to prep, it is very easy to, directly use that into Tableau desktop and create the dashboard instead of introducing another ETL tool. It is much better, but in my current infrastructure, prep is not yet implemented. They are still using the external ETL tools.
Okay. So the dashboards that you have used,
Mhm,
I mean, you have created.
mhm,
So those dashboards, I mean, the metrics that you show, okay,
mhm,
and the charts that you show, okay,
mhm.
which metric will go or will be suitable for which chart? How do you decide about it?
So let's say if it's all about the exact requirement of client. If let's say client want to see the year over year growth of the sales, then I would prefer to create a side by side bar chart where the client can see the current year sales for the year,
Mhm.
like for with reference to different products, and
Mhm.
for same previous year sales. And just on the top of it, I would create another field where they can see the total amount of sales of the current year and the total amount of sales for previous years. And if they want some additional functionality like additional filter or parameters to be included, like if client is selecting a particular month of the current year and he want to see the same data of the previous year of month, the same month, so that
Basically,
also.
previous year, current day kind of, or previous
Yeah,
year, current month kind of a scenario. Okay.
yeah. So that kind of calculations also I have implemented with the help of fixed LOD and parameters.
Okay. Have you used donut chart?
I did use when I was working in the Zensar. It was to showcase the total on-prem devices and cloud devices distribution, like total on-prem devices, number of on-prem devices,
Generally,
and
what is the philosophy using a donut chart? When the
uh,
donut chart can,
to showcase overall volume across the different category,
sorry.
to showcase the overall volume, like distribution of volume across category of the data. Let's
Okay,
say
that
I
can also be achievable through a pie chart, right?
yeah, it is also achievable. But with pie chart, let's say we want to showcase additional figures, example total count or total sum of particular data, then with the donut chart we can showcase at the center, but in pie chart it looks little bit messy. So for more effectiveness in terms of visualization, donut works well.
So what kind of action filters that you have used generally? You use generally?
So like to show a third party or to jump on a third party website, if I click on any particular chart, or to apply a filter, or if I want to highlight something, if I handing over to any particular chart, then actions is useful in that scenario.
So if I give you a scenario like I just wanted to have the plan how you want to do it. Okay,
Mhm.
so it's because we don't have time and we don't have the platform to so that we can create it.
Mhm.
So let's say if a user has given me a requirement that I want to see the graph and as
Mhm.
well as I want to see uh, the tabular data as well. Okay,
Okay.
for the same kind of metrics. Okay,
Okay.
how do you achieve that? Let's say in a dashboard.
So let's say I have the tabular data,
Hmm.
and for the same tabular data the client want to see the graphs also,
Yes,
or a
if he
chart.
wants, he can see the graph. If he don't doesn't want, by default, the tabular, I mean, the graph should be
Uh-huh.
displayed.
So what I'll do, I'll create a two worksheets. First one is for tabular data, and second one is for the same data for in form of bar chart or any chart, appropriate chart. Then I will create a button, and in the button I will embed it the I will add the parameter also. And in button, if I will implement that at a dashboard end, where if client selects chart, like I will create two fields in it, like chart and table. So if client select chart, then the dashboard, the workbook will show the chart, and the another workbook will go blank. I will create that condition. And if the client select the table form, then the chart will disappear and the table form will pop up on the same plane. So I did
Okay,
this
so basically you
experiment.
have.
Yeah, yeah. I did a long back. I did to toggle between different charts. So I published that to my Tableau public also. It was
Okay.
pretty interesting scenario that I
Yeah,
had came across.
yeah. That is pretty common in our areas actually.
Yeah.
We have s- such requirement actually now and then. Okay, so then okay, so let's discuss about the performance aspect of any Tableau
Mm-hmm.
dashboard. So, okay, first of all, you tell me, is this your first interview, the first round, or this is your second round?
This one is my first in Infosys.
No, that is fine. That is what is fine with the process.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is it like your first round or second round?
Sorry. It is first round.
First round only.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
great. So let's discuss about, because if it is second round, then I cannot go that much technical. So because I
Mm-hmm.
am asking all those technical questions, that's what I just
Uh-huh.
wanted to confirm this. Because sometimes we also don't know that whether it has come to be like a first round or second round. Okay, sometimes. Okay, most of the times we know. Okay, so the second thing is yeah. So let's discuss about the performance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say if a user is not a user, probably all the users basically they are complaining that the rendering of the dashboard
Mm-hmm.
in Tableau is taking much time. We need to do something to reduce, basically to increase the turnaround time or
Mm-hmm.
the populating time. What are the main aspects that you will look upon, and considering it's an extract Tableau,
Mm-hmm.
it- I mean Tableau report, not a live connection or anything.
Mm-hmm.
What are the important aspects that you will think, or you will check? What will be your checkpoints, so that and you can give a, a comprehensive plan
Mm-hmm.
to increase the performance.
Yeah. So first I'll try to open the dashboard into Tableau desktop application, and I will run the performance optimizer. So once I run, I will toggle around the dashboard. I will try to do filtering or selecting different chart. I'll perform all the entire operation that a common user do. And after that, I'll stop the performance optimizer report, and it will generate the overall report based on my activities. So in the report I'll see different things in bar chart, like how much time it is taking to load the data into Tableau memory. Then how much time it is taking to run underline queries to build up the no, charts and calculations, and how much time it is taking to load the different workbooks. If the dashboard contain number of workbooks, then how much time it is taking to load it. So I'll specifically check if any of one of the activities taking more than 7 seconds or not. If it is more than 7 seconds, I'll try to look into that particular activity, like what exactly is happening. As an example, let's say it is taking no more than usual time to load the data into Tableau memory or Tableau engine. So I'll look into the data, like what is the total size of data, and how many columns, like fields we have in the data, and how many fields that we are actually using in the dashboard, and how many are not used, like unused. So I will try to first figure out that. And if we have some unused filters or unused attributes or columns, then my first point of action will be like I can do the filtering on the data source level. So at the time of loading, it will only load the relevant fields in the Tableau memory. Second, if it is taking more time to run underlying queries, then I will check like what are the different calculations as built in the while developing the charts. And if possible, I'll try to cut down unused calculations, or merge two calculations and create a single calculation so that it can be used multiple time. So that if we have very messy calculations, then I will try to do include the LODs also to reduce the overall calculation part and make it as small as possible as and feasible, so that I will also take care my calculation is not impacting the existing figures that client is looking for. So that is also very significant part. And the last one, like I will look for the number of workbooks. If the dashboard itself contain the 2 or 3 worksheets, and we have 17 plus or no more than, let's say we have lots of workbooks in within the Tableau file, then I'll try to cut it down, or I'll try to back up that first and then cut down the unused workbooks and publish that dashboard to the or replace that dashboard with the existing one, so that end user will get also sometime it depends the type of access the user had. One of the request I had received, but the client was new, like he had introduced a new user group, and due to some row level security issues, that group has not subscribed to the appropriate account, and those users were facing issue while loading the dashboard. They were not able to see the all the data actually. So I had run, but at the end I figured out, okay, this group is not actually subscribed to the actual group that they supposed to subscribe first in order to implement the row level security, and then they will be able to see the full. So this happens like that. So that's what I look.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, I think I'm good with the questions. Where are you located right now,
uh
Akshay?
I'm based out of Pune.
It's out of Pune. Okay. Uh, and what is the notice period that you have right now?
Actually my last working day was 12th of December, and yeah.
Okay, okay. So you can immediate join,
Yeah, yeah.
basically. Okay, great. So okay then, I think I'm good with my questions and all. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, like considering this role, do we have uh I mean, are we using any other technologies also in BI or?
Yes, we do have technologies. So we generally, I mean, right now I mean, if I say so, I mean, we are working on Snowflake
Mm-hmm.
and store as well. So and basically the Tableau dashboards that we are, I mean, if it is, first of all, I'm not sure that whatever the project I'm working on, you get
Mm-hmm.
that I'm not sure. As a generic this thing, but what I can say about my project experience, that yes, we do have the cloud database as well,
Mm-hmm.
pipelines, and along with Tableau and BI and all those stuff. I mean, BOBJ, those kind of things we're having. Python, of course, Python we have.
Yeah, yeah,
So these are the
that's great.
technologies that we are currently working.
That's really great to hear. Like,
Uh, uh, okay, then thank you so much for your time, and thanks for this interview. And yeah, I will put my feedback, and
mm-hmm.
accordingly we'll get a communication.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, Arjit, for
Thank you.
point.
Stay.
Thanks. Thanks. Have a good day.